guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Whitney with That Whitney Life. In this video, I have some winter decor crafts for you. I do realize that I'm probably like the only person on the planet that does decorate for winter. Different than Christmas, it's winter. But I like to hold on to whatever shred I can that is socially acceptable of Christmas. So this is a transition from Christmas to Valentine's Day. Mainly in this video, I want to show you how you can repurpose your Christmas crafts so you don't need to buy all new things or completely start from scratch. You can just take what you have and redo it. So if you're interested to see how these turned out, just keep on watching. So for this first craft, I'm going to take a Dollar Tree 8x10 picture frame and take everything out, including the glass. We're going to totally revamp this frame and it's going to look super cute. So on the glass I have this blue, kind of icy blue bling wrap that is from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just kind of testing out like how it's going to look and how it's going to sit in the frame at that point. So go ahead and cut off one strip at the bottom of it so it'll fit on the frame and lay it down. This is self-adhesive. And then you're going to take a second sheet of bling wrap and just cut off a strip enough to fit on that extra gap. Now, a little piece of advice at the end, like on one side of the bling wrap, there's kind of like frayed edges. So I suggest trimming that down so you can avoid having this little, you can see there's like a little line of demarcation kind of thing. So you can avoid having that. But it turned out beautiful anyways. So now I'm giving the frame, you guessed it, 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in linen white. And I'm going to set that aside and let that dry and work on the glass. So these, I mean, how beautiful are these ornaments? These are from the Dollar Tree and they're little ballerinas. I had like 4 or 5 different ones. They were hidden on an end cap and I just happened to walk by. I saw these, I saw the bling wrap, and I knew I just had to do this project. So I'm just laying them out to see where I want them. My original plan was to have them stand up. And it really did not work out. You see, I'm trying to figure it out there. The amount of glue that I would have to put just to, keep them standing up would just look really messy and it would be a lot of glue and you could really tell. So I decided to lay them down and I really think it turned out beautiful. I'm kind of rearranging them to see. I wanted it to look like, so she starts at one position and then leaps and then ends in another position. So that's just how I laid them out. This project I think would look really beautiful. It reminds me of like a music box. If anybody had like those music boxes with the ballerina that twirled around, that's what this kind of reminds me of. And I think if you changed out the blue bling wrap for pink, this would be gorgeous for a little girl's bedroom or something like that. So now I thought that the frame was a little plain. So I'm taking this silver bling wrap and I'm just cutting rows of 3. And I'm just sticking them around the frame. So I'm framing the frame with this silver bling wrap. And I think it finished it off really well. Again, if you wanted to change out the color, they had like purple and pink. And I think there was one other color. You could definitely do that. I just wanted to stick with like a very... what I really had in my mind, funny, is the movie Frozen. This is what I just really wanted to stick with, the blues and silvers and whites. And I just, every time I did something, I was like, gosh, this reminds me of Frozen. I have a lot of nieces and nephews. I've watched that movie a million times. So yeah, it's just missing an Olaf, But that was just how I had envisioned this. When I put it together, I was like, it just reminds me of a scene from that movie. So yeah, that was the goal here. And the great thing about this bling wrap is it is self-adhesive, but it's not very sticky. So it sticks enough for it to, so it'll stay on. But if you mess up a little bit, you can always just pull it off and reposition it. Now, these are little reindeer glitter ornaments from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just sticking them on the frame. I wanted it to look like it was kind of walking through a scene of ballerinas. And that is it for this. I just think this is so gorgeous. I'm thrilled with how it turned out. Again, if you wanted to change the colors, I think this would be beautiful decor for a little girl's room or something like that. I really love it. I think it's so pretty. I'm so happy I found all these things. Now, this next one, if you remember in a previous video, I did the Noel candles. I'm going to change these into winter. So you're just going to take them all apart. Now, the lettering on there, you are going to need to take some alcohol and really get the adhesive off because it doesn't come off completely. If you just get some rubbing alcohol, as you can see I'm doing, it works just fine. So this ribbon I found at, where did I find it at? St. Vinny's last year. If anybody has like a St. Vincent near them, they have great selection of ribbon and so cheap. This was like 150 feet for like $2.99. I couldn't believe I found this, but I'm just wrapping the bottom of these with this ribbon. And then I'm going to take more of the bling wrap and use that as well. But I really love how this ribbon looked against the white. It's really pretty. It's like, it's got some, it's sheer, but it has some glittery, like, I think they're poinsettias and snowflakes, and it's just perfect for winter decor. I really love it, and I cannot believe I found that. Like, really, I urge you to check out St. Vinny's for all your craft items. Just check there first. So cheap. There's another roll of ribbon that I found that was like 75 feet. I think it was like 99 cents or something like that. So I'm going to take the blue bling wrap. I wanted to do, if I had it something blue, I want to do silver on it and vice versa, if you know what I mean. So I'm taking the blue bling wrap and I'm just cutting it down to size, and then I'm going to wrap the bottom, like the center of this ribbon with the bling wrap. On the cloth, it's stuck fine, but I wanted just to secure the very ends of it together with hot glue. I originally was going to do all of them with the blue bling wrap. That's hard to say. Say that 5 times fast. I was going to do all 4 of them with the blue, but I decided I wanted to alternate silver and blue. And I think it turned out, I'm looking at them right now and I'm just thrilled with how they turned out. I think they're so pretty, so shiny. And so I'm like a magpie. The shinier, the better. I'm attracted to shiny things. You know, girls. So now I'm going to spell out snow. And these are Dollar Tree letters. Initially, when you put these on glass, they don't stick super well. But apparently over time, when they're on there long enough, they stick really well. Like, they take a while to adhere. I don't know why. But they do. And these are just really nice to have on hand. And a lot comes on a sheet. I think there's 2 sets of alphabet. I think there's 1 on each side. But here they are all finished. I think they're pretty darn gorgeous. And these, in another video, I'm actually going to repurpose again. So your decor never loses potential. Now, also, if you remember these shadow boxes, I do them for every holiday. And this one is going to be super easy. I really like doing these because it's really easy and it adds quite a bit to your decor because they are fairly large. This is a bag from the Dollar Tree. It says, "Let it snow." And I love how the Dollar Tree bags are always 2-sided. One side is usually like sparkly or shiny and the other side is matte. I don't hate that. I wish both of them in this case were shiny, but it worked out just fine. So I'm just tracing the cardboard on the shadow box and I'm going to cut that out and paste it on using some Dollar Tree glue stick. The glue stick, what's nice about these is it holds it on decently well, but it's very easy to peel off completely. So it's much better than like Mod Podge or hot glue or something like that. Now I thought this needed a bit of a, some pizzazz. So again, I took that bling wrap and I cut it into rows of 2, and I just framed this picture with it. Something that you want to keep in mind, which you did not see me do here, but I will tell you I did it, is this did not fit in the frame when the bling wrap is completely on the edge of it. Well, I mean, it fit in, but I actually couldn't secure it down. So what I had to do is I ended up peeling all of it up and moving it in just slightly. You don't need to move it in a whole lot, maybe like not even 1/4 of an inch, maybe like 1/8 of an inch. Like, you really don't need to move it in that much. I did it a little bit too much, so I kind of wish that I pushed it back a little bit, but I still think it turned out really, really nice, and looks really pretty. So just keep that in mind, that you do need to leave a little bit of extra room. In the Dollar Tree frames, I found that you really don't, but these ones you do. So you can see kind of where I pulled it in too far, but I love how these turned out. I think they're so pretty. I love the size of them. They take up a lot of room. So they're great for, shelves, or if you need a space to, if you need something to take up a lot of space, they're great for that. All right, and this is a bag. I'm actually not sure where I got this. I feel like I got it. I've had it. I got it last year. I know that. I think I got it at Ross. I don't really remember because it's been a year. I'm pretty sure I got these at Ross, though, an after Christmas sale. So this is actually a 5x7 frame from the Dollar Tree that I actually found. I was like, I didn't realize I had it, but I'm like, perfect. So I traced it out and cut that out. And then I popped it back into the frame, glass and all. I think I almost forgot the glass at one point. And then I decided, this is a little bit too silver for me. So I ended up taking the blue bling wrap, and I cut out just a single strip. I was going to put it around the frame. Or no, I think I did rows of 2. Maybe. I don't remember. No, it looks like a row of 1. Oh my gosh, I need to get it together, guys. So anyways, I decided I didn't want to take it out of the frame to kind of guesstimate where I needed to put this bling wrap. So I just did it on the glass, and it worked out perfectly. It almost worked out better. I wish I would have done that on the shadow boxes, but it was kind of too late. I just really didn't want to go back and try it again. So this was definitely a better method. I make the mistake, so you don't have to. Just take it from me. This is a much better method. And again, if you want to reuse this frame, these peel right up. It is not permanent at all, and no residue is left. And I really enjoy this bling wrap. I wish I would have discovered. I mean, I knew it was there, but I just really was never like, yeah, totally, I'll buy some. This is the first time I bought it, and I'm in love with it. So I'm thinking that I need more of these in my life. And then, once you have this done, I had little bits of of everything, and I didn't want to waste it. So I kind of pieced, some together for that last side of it. And it ended up, I had like the perfect amount. It was weird. It was weird how it worked out. Some things are just the stars aligned, and some things are just meant to be. And once you have that all down, that is it for this one. This one was really easy. It took me, I'd say 10-15 minutes. And I think it turned out really pretty. It's just a nice little accent piece. Really easy decor that you can do. If you wanted to paint the frame, you could. I decided to skip that part. I liked how it looked with the black frame, but that is totally up to you. Now, this next one is a plate that you had seen in a previous video. I'm just taking the window clings off, and they peeled off really easily because they were just on there with Mod Podge. And this is floral foam. I'm gluing this down onto the plate. I'm going to make a centerpiece here. This is going to be for my dining room table. You're going to see, what I do in a minute, but I really like making this type because it's low and you can see everybody. This is two Dollar Tree Christmas trees that I got last year, and they are wrapped together. And I wrapped these together good. Like, this took me a decent amount of time. I was taking off all the deco mesh, and then I realized that I had secured it together with some garland ties, and it took me a minute to do this, but finally got them apart. Just fluff them out a little bit and fluff them out flat, almost like you're gonna do a swag, and push them into the floral foam and push them in as far as you can get them. I did end up accidentally snapping one of the floral foams off, but nothing a little glue can't fix. Now, I took about 5 pipe cleaners and I cut them in half. And this is deco mesh from the Dollar Tree. I have 1 white and 1 silver. And I made about 10 bundles of these. I'm only doing 5 on each side. I didn't do too many. But you're going to cut them in about 8 to 9 inch strips and then just roll them up and secure them in the center with a pipe cleaner. And like I said, I did 10 of these. I had to use a bottle to, deco mesh has a mind of its own. And, this is a bottle of alcohol. I just sat down on it too so I could roll it out. But now I'm just securing them onto the tree wherever I feel like I want to fill in a gap, or I just think it looks nice, whatever. This is up to you, how you like it, wherever you want it to be. So I did 5 on each side of the little bundles of deco mesh. They did have kind of a goldish one, but it was more of like a creamy yellow, and it just wasn't cute to me. So I got the silver and the white. Well, yeah, just put those on each side of the trees, and that's the first step. Now I have all these ornaments. The white ones are from the Dollar Tree. The blue ones, I don't remember where I got those. I've had them for years. I want to say I got them at Kmart. So it was that long ago because Kmart's not even in business anymore. I took a pipe cleaner and I strung a blue one and then the 2 Dollar Tree ones onto a pipe cleaner. And that I secured in the center of each tree. This is probably something I'm going to keep for next year because I'm absolutely loving the white, silver, and icy blue combination. Like I said earlier, I just had this envision of the movie Frozen in my brain, and that's what I was going for. So once you have those secured, I took another blue one, and I had 2 more white ones from the Dollar Tree, and they were actually completely round. So these were really beautiful ornaments, I thought. I just thought Dollar Tree does a really good job on their ornaments. So I glued in a blue one on each end of the trees, and then a white one in the middle of the trees. And then I had these silver flowers, of course, from the Dollar Tree. And I just popped them in where I felt like there was too large of a gap in the ornaments. And I just think it really brought everything together. I personally am not thrilled about the quality of these silver flowers. They're kind of janky. But if you push them down in things, they just look a lot better. Or what I like to do is I like to put another flower in the middle of them just to fill them out. And that's really pretty too. Now these are silver flowers as well, but they're much smaller and they're way cute. So I popped some of those in there too. And then I made a couple bows. So I kind of got out of camera here. I'm sorry, but this is that same ribbon I used on the snow candles. So I'm just making a bow out of that. Originally I was just going to do this ribbon, and then I decided that I needed a little bit of farmhouse touch in this. So I did go ahead and add some black and white buffalo check ribbon, because when you see the end product, you'll see what I'm talking about, because my mother-in-law gave me a roll of burlap, and it was like a thick roll. I'd say it's about 5 to 6 inches wide. Like, Really nice burlap. I am so thankful that she gave me that because she's like, here's a bunch of craft stuff I don't want. I saw that in a bag and I was like, oh my gosh, I can do so much with this. So, Marilyn, thank you so much. Love you. But I made a table runner out of it. So I needed to tie the table runner, the burlap, into the centerpiece. So I decided to add some buffalo check in there. That was kind of a rambling explanation of why I did it, like anybody cares. But anyways, so now I'm going to make I'm going to string some pearls. These are Dollar Tree pearls. They have 3 different sizes. I got 2 of them. I got the smallest one and then the middle one. And I'm just alternating beads. So I started with a larger one. I'm doing small, large, small, large, small, large. There are 30 of the larger ones. Not 30. There's 60 of the larger ones. I wanted to make 2 strings, so I did 30 on one and 30 on the other. And I'm just kind of laying this around. I wasn't really concerned about how one side of it looked like because when people walk into my house, they're only going to see one side of it. They're not going to see both sides. So I just wanted the front of it to look really pretty. I just popped a candle from the Dollar Tree in the center of it, and that was it. This is now a centerpiece for my dining table, and I love how it looks against the burlap with the buffalo check. I will definitely be using this next year for Christmas, but that is everything I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. God bless.